All right, and as we get started here, we're playing the Fight Legends demo, of course. We've got Smurf here with a Bloody Faces NFT, of course, which allows him early access along with the team. He's really growing with the game at a really early level, so we're really excited to have him and all the other Bloody Faces NFT holders on board. Of course, if you're paying attention to Fight Legends Media and the AMAs that we've been doing on Twitter Spaces, you'll know that there's a lot more at stake when you're holding a Bloody Faces, including being able to play on exclusive stages and exchange and buy on marketplaces that are going to only be accessible through the special Bloody Faces Clubhouse. So that's all stuff that you can learn more about on fightlegends.io and in our Discord and whatnot. And let's get here playing. I'll get into my queue here. So yeah, I heard, Twitter tipping. I believe it was in September. Bitcoin was accessible. Now I haven't even dived into any of this. All I know is that it's mobile only for the Ethereum tipping, and that's all I know. Can you extrapolate on that at all, Smurf?
Yeah. So just kind of like I'm in a similar boat to it with you,
Mm-hmm.
where I don't. There's not a lot of people that are like a lot of our audience is like traditional gaming or whatever the heck. And so if I were to send them Ethereum there or Bitcoin, they wouldn't know what to do with it. Or I'd be like, let's send it on the like number one. I wouldn't want to send them Ethereum most likely in the way that they'd expect it. I'd be like Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain, on Tron, on Avalanche,
Right.
on some other blockchain where it's cheaper, Polygon. But they have traditional Ethereum and Bitcoin tipping on Twitter now, and it's similar to like you were saying, the Bitcoin tipping that they introduced before. I believe all this is most likely, in due part to Jack Dorsey being a part of Twitter, even though he stepped down
Yeah.
as CEO. And acting CEO, but he's, I still believe he's still on the board in some capacities, and then it's just like his influence over the company. I'm sure he wouldn't put somebody in charge that he didn't feel like was going to be leading the company into the future. And so they do have Bitcoin tipping already, where you can turn on that feature. And then now they've added Twitter tipping, and I think this is just in a move to make Twitter, honestly, like more of a like it's obviously a centralized platform, but more of a I don't know. I guess I'll call
Web3
it
friendly.
yeah, web 3 friendly platform, because
Yeah.
they also have the NFT profile pictures and verification that you can do via MetaMask, and I'm not sure if there's any other wallets associated with that, but I know MetaMask. And I don't think they're going to stop there. I was reading something earlier this morning about them including Doge soon.
Mm.
So Dogecoin tipping, since I know a lot of people are into Dogecoin, and I typically consider Dogecoin to be a joke coin. It's truly that first meme coin.
Yeah.
But that said, Vitalik Buterin, if I'm saying his last name correctly, or the first name, is on the Doge Foundation. I believe it's called the Doge Foundation now.
Okay.
And yeah, so he did step in there because not the Doge founder, because the Doge founder also just finds it to be a joke, and I believe they stepped down and stuff. But obviously, a lot of people are invested in Doge. And Vitalik stepped in and wanted to make sure that Doge succeeds in some capacity then,
Right.
because currently in its current state, it is totally a joke. It is like one of the worst tokens that you can buy.
So
But
yeah.
they're going to make it deflationary, and like make it more proof of stake, etc. So
Oh, okay, okay. Because
that
well,
may
that's
help out though.
well, that was what I was going to ask. So for people that are maybe a little bit new to all of this, when you take a meme coin, is it even possible to make the changes necessary to make it a more reliable, for lack of a better term, project? And that's you're saying
Yeah.
yes, there are.
Yeah, I think that's the case with most cryptocurrencies and NFTs. Honestly, it's just the fact that it's this newer type of technology where I mean you could do it in traditional finance too, but then you're just doing it all over paper and stuff, and that could take it takes them a long time and stuff. But and then you have to it's a lot harder for you to verify every individual's amount that they were holding, since there's no there's no public ledger that everybody can just see. They can just see how many dollars you just have in your house. The IRS relies on people being accurate and telling the truth and all this other stuff that's archaic, honestly, at this point in time.
Right.
Versus blockchain technology with cryptocurrencies or NFTs, you can see how many NFT holders you have. You know how many NFTs you distributed. You know how many cryptocurrency tokens you distributed. You know how many is your max supply. or your total supply.
Right.
You know how many are out there in circulation right now, and so it makes it a lot easier for them to update the underlying code of that cryptocurrency and those smart contracts and make a switch to a new version of things. And I would say that an example of that happening in the past would be with Ethereum, which a lot of people, you know, especially that are new to cryptocurrency probably don't know about. But Ethereum was hacked uh, long ago. Long ago,
Yes.
Ethereum was actually hacked, and that's why we now have Ethereum Classic and Ethereum, because Ethereum Classic has all the hacked funds and stuff like that on it, and just Ethereum now is the version that they migrated to fix the problem from the hack. It's happened before in cryptocurrency. It happens all the time, honestly. You see, like, you know, if you're into DeFi and stuff like that, you see
Right.
tokens go from V2 and stuff like that, and they migrate those funds and they take a snapshot of people's wallets and their token holdings, and they move over to a new iteration of it.
So that's interesting when you're talking about the Ethereum hack, that original one, and how they would it be accurate to call it a hard fork from that original? Is that
You know, and I believe it's a hard fork for the specific term. I know it's a fork for sure.
just a fork? Okay. So on
I
that
know there's like hard
fork,
forks and soft forks, and there's different types of forks. So I
right?
wouldn't want to like somebody who's
No,
like really technical.
for
Like,
sure.
oh, you got the wrong.
Yeah. So, but though, in generalities, when it came to that, the people that were on the original Ethereum chain, they actually benefited from the attempted hacking because they ended up being able to have the two sets of, right? Okay. So now, and this is also similar to what happened back in Steam.
Yep.
Justin Sun
Yeah,
tries
you
to
got
buy
your
it all
normal Steam
out.
account,
Yeah.
and all that sitting over there, and then you got your Hive account with all that fresh new money that's worth more.
Yeah, exactly. And I start bringing a
This
little bit
happened
over every now and
Bitcoin
then.
does it. Bitcoin does the exact same thing. It's done it multiple times in
Okay.
the past. A lot of people who are new to cryptocurrency haven't seen that happen before. But when I was jumping in 2017, there were multiple iterations of Bitcoin coming out. And in fact, an employer of mine at the time, CoinDaddy, who's a hip hop rap artist or cryptocurrency rap artist, but it's comedic. He's like a little Dicky of like cryptocurrency hip hop.
Okay.
And he made a song which was you know, depicting the Bitcoin Cash fork, where like people were like talking about the different block sizes at the time. They
Right.
wanted, you know, Bitcoin to be something that was actually like cash. And Bitcoin is more of like a store of value and more like gold, and you know, the block sizes are different.
Hmm.
And so Bitcoin Cash came about. But there's also Bitcoin Silver and, you know, Bitcoin whatever the heck. There's so many different versions of Bitcoin and stuff like that, and all these come from different forks. And if you were early to the game, similar to like those that are the early people that were early, like the earlier you are with cryptocurrency, the more you benefit just flat out. The people that would have Bitcoin first got free Ethereum. The people that had Bitcoin got free Bitcoin, you know, Cash. The people that had Bitcoin got free Bitcoin Silver. You know, like, because they take a snapshot of your account, they say you have this much cryptocurrency, and they give you this other cryptocurrency.
Right.
And it happens all the time. These like the airdrops that they do. When you hear about airdrops and stuff like that, but it happens with forks too. So it's really a game of being early to the to whatever
Absolutely.
iteration. You just get paid for it.
Yeah.